Quarantine Show, presented to you by the Woolen Comedy Club. Here to remind you, this is a very adult show featuring very adult subjects and very adult topics. If you're ready for a very adult evening, please get ready for the Drunken Under Quarantine Show Season 3. Remember, stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I am, of course, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming, and I totally messed up the camera screen. I'm sorry, G-Dubs. G-Dubs was here early. Anyways, I'm Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming. Welcome to the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, Season 3, Episode 5, presented to you by the Woolen Comedy Club. Island Boy, and our guest will be along shortly. And in his honor, I'm drinking... Oh, wrong camera. The Disco Boy. We had a great show this past Saturday. Thank you to everybody who came out, and we got some hot topics to get into. A lot lighter this episode, I do believe. So let's get it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It is the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, Episode 5, Season 3, presented by the Woolen Comedy Club. I'm, of course, your wonderful host, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming, alongside Mr. G.W. Foley. Collen is here, and our guest this week is Alice Michele Sterling, local Vermont artist. We're excited to see what she's got going on. Tonight we got some topics. We're going to be talking about the fish that are on drugs. We're going to be talking about these polar bears that were tearing up a whale. It was pretty awesome. We're going to talk about a dude who married a hologram. We're going to talk about an egg factory fire. And in the after show, we might get a little bit into the depth thing and a recent turned up with Hunter. We got to follow the Hunter stories. I absolutely love them. In the early comments, Nick said, "Welcome, fuckers." Evening, Nick. He said, "Saw Island Boy earlier," and then he corrected his spelling. But now you see Disco Boy. It's a Disco Boy. Anyways, that's the only reason I bought that. Although Frost is great. I do love them. But without further ado, let's get this fine show on the road. Welcome to the Spotlight Stage, a man who was awesome this past Saturday. We had a great time at a great show. In fact, everybody on the panel tonight was live Saturday at the club. Even Alice got up on stage and assisted me with the most dangerous stunt I've ever done, laying on a block of Legos. It was... Yeah, it hurt. I had some black and blues, but it's all right. Without further ado, welcoming my man, my boy, my comrade, and half club security, half performer. Welcome to Spotlight Stage, Mr. G.W. Foley.
What up, people? Hey! or as I normally say, what is up, motherfuckers? It is Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Got the alert on my phone. We're live on YouTube. I'm a minute late. Yeah. What the fuck? This is unacceptable. God damn it. What up, Nick? Good to see you. Yeah. So I've been sick for like the past couple days, and I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I thought it could be sun poisoning. Then I'm thinking, I don't know. It could be food poisoning, or I just have some general bug. But I slept all day, and last night I puked, and I feel like a warmed over turd. That's God damn it.
Am I the first person to tell you, GW, you have COVID?
I don't have COVID. My throat doesn't bother me, and I can still taste things. And it'd be ironic if I had COVID because I got the booster shot.
That's it, man.
It's probably the booster
You
shot.
got that booster COVID.
Booster COVID.
Yeah. Dude, the second vaccine shot fucking kicked my ass then. Because it's been 4 days. I still feel like run over turd. Yeah. So my dog, my lovely dog, is all set for Pride Month. When we were a puppy, or when he was a puppy, like 2 weeks ago, we decided that we want him in bright colors because with the brown of his coat, bright colors look really fetching on him. And so the other day, we have a hot pink collar that we put on him, and it looked fabulous. And then I took him outside in his rainbow leash, and I'm like, "You are all set for the month of June, buddy. Like you are your own little pride parade." And I'm cool with that. like I want someone to come up and start talking shit about my dog. I I want someone to be like, "Oh, your dog's gay." I'm like, "Yeah, so I still love him." It is what it is. He doesn't know any difference. The only thing that he fucks, by the way, is my arm. So it's not like he's going out tomcatting around. So he's a good boy. He can be gay if he wants to be. I don't care.
That's right.
Speaking of which, I gotta say, last Saturday night, after I got back from the show, I did some nightlies around the house, cleaned up a little bit, went outside, and it was about 12:30 in the morning. And I went outside for a cigarette, and this truck came driving by, and this dude yelled out the passenger side, "Hey, F-bomb." And, the word that rhymes with maggot. And because I don't think we can say that on YouTube.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Not that, I was the one being called it, which made me go, what fucking year is this? Who in their right mind says that nowadays? We thought it was stupid back in the 90s when someone would say that. But no, apparently everything comes around again. And what screams that word when you look at me? There's so many words that I could have, fat ass. I would have been like, yeah, kid got a point. Or dirtbag, because I was looking kind of scruffy. I would have been like, yeah, gilder. Like, hey, fucking gilder. Yeah, I would have been like, all right, spot on. I know it's been a while since I showered. Good call. Dirt merchant. Oh, hey, look at that dirt merchant. Perfect. Makes sense. But unless we're changing the word, which I'm cool with, because I miss saying it. But I never said it as a defamatory remark towards homosexuals. I always did it for bad traffic drivers. That's my use for the word. So if we're changing it, that's cool. I'm good for that. I want people to be able to use that word but not mean it in a homosexual context. That's all I ask for. Because there's so many other I get it. It's such a great word, and because it's so offensive. But I don't know. I would say it to a guy my size. And secondly, Who says that yelling out the passenger side of a truck? Like, between you and I, you're the one who's looking a little more, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not driving the truck. You're riding bitch. So maybe
No,
check.
just for clarification, was your little gay dog with you at this time?
No, he was in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brad
And
dog was
see,
sleeping.
then I would have been like, all right, I get it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm totally flabbergasted by that, and makes me weep for the future. I don't know. Come up with something better. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna holler something in the middle of the night towards a fucking 6 foot 300-pound guy and speed away, like you know I'm not running after you. At least make it entertaining. Make me go, that was good. That was good. That was on point. That was worth it. Don't make me sit there and be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
and I think we all agree Gilder would have been a much better word to have used.
yeah, Gilder would have been a great word. And I think people should bring that back. Like not enough people use the term Gilder. Which I don't see anything wrong with that. Fucking Gilders. All right, that's my time. Let's turn it over to Colin and see how his week's been.
Oh,
Hey!
my week's been very good. Happy Pride Month,
Yes.
June 1st. We got a lot going on this month. Juneteenth, Father's Day. I think it's always funny when it's like Mother's Day or Father's Day, and people decide to like post a picture of their dog and be like, "Mommy loves you. Mommy's so proud of you." That's like Father's Day. I don't think GW is going to post a picture being like, "Daddy loves you. It's Father's Day. Who loves my little gay pride parade?" You should. But my point is that, having an animal and raising an animal is not the same thing as being a mother or father or being a parent. It just isn't, getting a dog or a cat is not the same thing as, going through 9 months of pregnancy, labor, giving birth, and then mentally disturbing a human being, It's just not the same thing. Raising and psychologically damaging a person, And if you don't believe me, tell your dog you're going to bring it to the park tomorrow.
Don't.
And don't do it, right? Your dog's not going to be explaining that to a therapist in 20 years. Okay. Did anybody ever, when they were growing up, be a sack of potatoes?
Absolutely.
Where are you boys, a sack of potatoes?
Couple times.
A couple of times. What is it with our impulse of just grabbing a child, throwing them over our shoulder, and being like, "Sack of potatoes! Look at what I got here!" I don't know. Is this just a form of Irish abuse, or do all people do this?
I think it makes everybody laugh.
I'm trying to figure that out. I don't know. I think it's funny when you go out to dinner and you try to be fancy and you go to like a fancy restaurant.
You order a sack of potatoes and they come out with a kid.
I'm sorry. Whose spotlight time is this?
You got a heckler in the crowd.
I'm sorry. Quiet down. Chair number 1. I'm sorry.
You'll have your
is
time.
This my
child.
week in reflection? Oh, this is great. This is going fucking great. Anyhow, the joke I was trying to tell. you know when you're out at a restaurant and you're trying to be fancy and you're dressed up and the waiter comes over to you and like, good evening, how are you tonight? Could I start you out with some water? Would you like bottling water? Would you like still or bubbling? And you're like, bottled water. You're like, I'll go with I don't know, what do you guys use to like mop the floors and wash dishes? Is that fit for human consumption? Tap good enough? Yeah, let's start with 2 glasses of your finest tap water. I'm not gonna spring for the $4 for the Pellegrino. We'll start there for savings. And let's look at your wine list. You know, get the wine list. You're like, so what is your cheapest rosé? Thank you for providing the entire list. I think I'm just gonna go with whatever's the cheapest. I don't know. I think it's interesting now with all the focus on identity and how people identify, and we've come a long way, and I think we've all learned a lot. The one thing I'll say, it's a good thing that they didn't allow like parents to set the identity for kids like back in the day. You know what I mean? Like we at least we never had that, because it's like my grandfather, Italian American, gave birth to 3 girls, and if he was picking the identity, like the child number 3 would have come and he'd been like, what do you know? Another boy. Hey, someone else is going to be working in the metal shop. Killington's still going till June 4th, longest season since 1997. And a lot of people ski in moguls, and I don't know. It just doesn't look fun to me. I mean, it's odd to me because it's like you start the season and everybody is like, we're well behaved, we're somewhat manicured as skiers, we wear our helmets, we wear our goggles, our protective gear, we look where we're going, we try not to fucking kill somebody, and then spring skiing happens. And it's just out the window. It's like no helmets, no protective stuff. I'm going to just drink till I'm obliterately drunk. And then I'm going to ski as fast as I can down a hill that is just nothing but moguls, cutting everybody off as I can. It's fascinating. Spring skiing is just such a different thing. And if you've never seen someone mogul ski, I'll see if I can.
This would be great.
Uh-oh. It is someone going down a hill straight into moguls, just going.
That's pretty good.
Spot on.
And that's mogul skiing, and it was funny because I saw this guy. You always know, like we always talk about, the people who are from Vermont versus people who are not. And I'm talking to a couple and they're like, man, you've got the wisdom, man. Because I said, if I'm tired, I'm done. I'm just leaving, And he's like, wow. He's like, that's such a seasoned skier attitude to have. He's like, like other people just keep pushing it. Because the thing I don't like is people are just all drinking way too much. They're drunk and they're just bombing as hard as they can. I'm like, oh, maybe that's true, but I snowboard, and snowboarders still have to go easy. Like, there's no snowboarder going down the hill like an idiot. Like, that's 100% skiers. And it's like anybody who says like snowboarders are the most reckless people on a mountain, like go spend one day spring skiing. Just please, I assure you. I see these guys hitting jumps that are going like 30 feet in the air, and they ditch the helmet and mag. You know what I mean? Because it's too hot. It's too hot for a brain injury, I guess. But I had somewhere I was going with that.
Down the moguls.
Down the moguls. That idea went down the moguls. But so this guy's telling me, he's like, they're all just a bunch of like drunk idiot skiers. And that was kind of an epiphany for me. And I'm on the mountain and I'm coming down and I see this guy and he keeps kind of stopping to take a break around the area I'm stopping to take a break. And he skis down like next to the woods and his girlfriend's like, where are you going to go? And he's like, I'm going into these branches. And he like skis through some branches and he's like, tree skiing. Woo! And he cuts in front of me and he stops. And I go, hey, buddy. I go, how you doing? And he goes, honestly, bro, I'm too fucking hammered to even let you know. So, for all you wanting to spring ski, that's what you're missing out. So that's been my week in reflection. Like to kick it over to the reason we get together every week, the man, the myth, the legend. Did a wonderful job hosting this past weekend. If you missed it, you missed a hell of a show. Ladies and gentlemen, Hickory, the drunken underwhelming.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It is always a pleasure to be here. We had some awesome comments in there. The beautiful assistant said, lies, GW is already planning the pick, meaning the Father's Day puppy pick. Nick said, the videos on Killington page are ridiculous, especially with the dogs running up and down the slopes, free skiing, so why not bring your dog and everything else? I gotta say, that's a really dangerous thing to do. Don't bring your animals to the mountain. As a guy whose parents' dog got hit by my sister on a snowboard one year, I will just say, don't do it, because edges are sharp and people forget that shit. And yeah, I won't go into details, but yeah, Bailey made it. We carried him to the car and I cried a lot and we went to the vet, and it was a fairly traumatic childhood experience, actually. In the downtime, I had to look up Gilder. So that was a basic monetary unit of the Netherlands, which I am assuming that's not what you're talking about. So over in Urban Dictionary, say Gilder, a Vermont hick, especially one who lives in Fairhaven, Benson, Orwell area, drives a pickup truck, thinks Larry the Cable Guy is funny, looks forward to deer season, and refers back to one particular high school football season through his adult life with great regularity.
Oh.
Example.
Holy shit. Who, like, what person got hurt by that Gilder so badly?
Yep. This is back. They posted this back February 6, 2006, and that's the top response for Gilder.
Wonderful.
The example is Gilder 1. Yep, I fell out my tree stand last week because I dropped my butt and tried to catch it. Gilder 2 says, you're such a Gilder. Yeah, because I didn't know what that term meant. I felt like pretty dumb, not knowing what
I thought a
meant.
Gilder was a peasant in that collected that basically sought to like a peasant, like it was panhandling a peasant. Did not know. So we learn something new every day.
Yeah, it's a Vermont specific insult. I'm sure GW knew that, and the beautiful assistant knew that. I had no idea. This must have been a Rutland, Fairhaven, Castleton specific thing.
I learned of it when I moved to Fairhaven, and I always assumed Gilder as in like, because there's a lot of rock quarries, so you would think like a rock cutters union or a guild, like someone who belongs to one of those, and they're dirt poor.
Okay.
All they deal with rock like just dirt merchants.
The Gilders and the dirt
was
merchants
my
are what I'm
first
saying.
job.
There you go.
Before I worked as a Gilder in Fairhaven, I was a dirt merchant.
The old dirt merchant. Come on down and pick yourself up some dirt at Hickory's wonderful house of dirt merchantry.
Dirt merchantry.
Dirt and magic. Who knows? It might be the magic combination.
You can pick up your fine snake oils and find anything that cures your woes. Anyways, we're going to do a my favorite card trick, which I'm trying to do all season. There'll be like 3 episodes where I don't do this. Alice, I hope you're ready. I'm going to riffle down through. I'm going to have you say stop whenever you'd like against the blue deck O Magic here. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Anyways, you say stop whenever... I should have put my phone on silent, but I'm stupid and drunk. So...
Just say stop.
Yeah, just say stop. I'm gonna go slower than that, obviously, because we're on the internet and it there's like that 30 seconds of latency or whatever. So I'm just gonna
Stop.
Right about there. Okay. I got a 4 of spades. That's an all right card for you, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to flip that over. And to be fair, it wouldn't be fair if I signed your name on it or my name on it because I know both of those. So I ask for another name or a code or a place or anything that I can put on here to guarantee that I wouldn't have thought of this thing to write on a card beforehand. And that'd be like your digital signature.
Ross, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do 2 things then because I know the puppy's name. So I will write Ross on there.
Okay.
But we
Something
need a
else.
second. Oh, we got one in the comments. Nick said
There you
nutsack.
go.
Right there. So
Ross
nutsack.
Wonderful.
He's
Now that's a man you don't want to mess with right there.
That's a non-existent thing. He's neutered.
but that's like it's a great name for like a Rasta band.
Wonderful.
You know what I mean? I'd listen to Ross Nutsack. He sounds like he probably produces some good tunes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so
Poor guy.
I'm gonna take your card, fold it up, fairly tear it down. Oh, come on. That. I still have a corner there. No, that one's blank. I don't know. Anyways, they're going in the card case and hopefully going to get all fixed up. They normally do. These are the jumbo deck. I use these when we're in larger clubs, and that way the people back in the cheap seats can see what's going on. Jumbo cards. I promise we will get out the new wands, but I'm still excited about the Christmas one. We're to give that a little tap and then fling off a little magic in the room. What we would find is that, well, not repairing your card, what I have managed to do is, oh, that one's strip off any sense of Ross Nutsack that wasn't the card. I didn't do a very good job tearing this one, I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus. It was like I fold it in half. But yeah, you can clearly see there's a 4 of spades there. With nothing on it. Something like that. And boom. As you can see, no more signature. So, what you haven't noticed, or maybe you have because you've seen this before, Alice, but this entire program, there was a card right there.
Okay.
I were to reach up, take that, and open that up, you would see that there was a card, clearly with Ross Nutsack.
Lovely. Very nice.
It never gets old. I will continue. We'll stick that up for posterity's sake. Without further ado, thank you guys. Nick said jumbo, like a fishing story, Hickory. Yes, exactly like a fishing story, Nick. That's how I like my cards. It's fishing story like. It was 4 feet, I swear. Just like Killington still has 18 feet of snow, if you ask them, I'm sure. It's like that was always the great part about growing up in Killington is whenever they're like, how big is it? And you're like, oh, it's a solid 12 inches.
Yeah.
Solid 12. It's
now that I think about it, Hickory's still doing that.
That's right. That's the old Killington. I don't know what it's called. The Killington hustle, I suppose. Jacob Butler says laughing. Thanks for dropping by, Jacob. But without further ado, it's that time of the night. We're going to welcome our special guest to our spotlight stage. This woman is a wonderful creator, an artist. She has something fun coming up soon. We're going to talk about it a little bit. But without further ado, welcoming to our spotlight stage, Alice Michele.
Thank you. Hello. I have. Thank you, by the way.
No, thank you.
Oh, of course. I do. I have an art show that I'm doing in about 2 weeks with my good friend Jenna, who is also a neighbor, and she's a wonderful artist as well. She does a lot of stencil stuff and like pop culture artwork, which is different from mine, but exciting to work with her because I think our styles kind of complement each other. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you wanna start with?
I was going to say if you wanted to talk about art for a minute and what you do, and then we'll
What's your
move into
style?
yeah.
What's my style? I'm not sure if I have one style specifically. I do a lot of sign painting. I do a lot of lettering. I do portraits. That's the poster for the show. So we got the mushrooms in there from Jenna, and then the French toast and the sandwich and the diver helmet are stuff that I've done. The diver helmet was a long time ago, actually. That was my first professional bout as an artist, kind of, when I did tattoos in North Carolina for a little bit. So I guess a lot of my stuff is inspired by tattoo art because of that. Diver helmet being one of them. I don't know if you have any other pictures that you could show. That's a recent sign that I did at Monbear Cafe, part of the sign work that I've done. That one was a lot of fun. Village Inn in Woodstock, that is where the art show is going to be, actually, so that's a great one. If anybody knows the pink, salmon-y, coral-colored building next to Max Market in Woodstock, they've got a beautiful tavern inside, stained glass, and also just some really cool decor from other, artwork and sculpture and stuff like that. So I thought it would be
the sign is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, I posted about that today, actually, and I said something about a year ago. It was taking up most of the space in my kitchen, which is really funny. I did that sign in my kitchen because it was starting to get a little chilly at night. But
Jacob asks, where is the show and what date? Which I actually have on screen right now, by the way. He also asked, what are the hours your show will be open?
Yeah, so it's on June 14th, which is a Tuesday. And I think we're doing 6 o'clock to 8:30 at the Village Inn in Woodstock. The address of that is 41 Pleasant Street in Woodstock. So
very nice.
It'll be a lot of fun. But no, I certainly got started doing a lot of realism stuff. I think that was a good way to practice. My parents they owned a screen printing shop in Queechee. So I think that's probably where a lot of the lettering and sign work and design like that kind of comes from as far as experience in that. And I grew up around it. My mom also does a lot of watercolor stuff. My dad did cartoons. So it was certainly not something that was new to me at all ever in life. I think my parents have framed like this big watercolor painting that my mom had me. I don't remember doing it, but my mom had me do it at like 2 or something. Cool. And it's just a bunch of splashes of color. It's not anything amazing. But I certainly was given the tools to do it very early, and I'm really thankful for that. Yeah. Yep. And then
just keep rolling.
Fun little postcards that I started doing. Trying to bring some kind of humor and lightness and like less of some of the paintings I do are more serious and more focused and honed in on the details, and then some things I think are really nice when you kind of just let it go straight from mind to pen instead of thinking about it too much, and what comes out of that is fun. So I do those little pen drawings. I don't even allow myself a pencil, so I can just have it be natural and one off.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. That's a portrait that I did recently of one of my clients' granddaughters. That was the largest oil portrait I have done, and it was a huge teaching moment. I love just the stages that you go through with the painting, starting off with the underpainting, which is like one color, and then you go into the details, and you kind of just every little section teaches you a lot about shadow and light and motion, how to capture that. So that was a fun one.
That is beautiful, and I actually know the person who this is for, I'm pretty sure. But that is absolutely cool.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share before we go into the show? You're more than welcome. You can find Alice at Paint of One Lemon. Crap, you did send me the website, right?
I did, yeah. It's just paintofonelemon.com, and then my Instagram is the same, just paintofonelemon. Yeah, it did send me the website.
How did I not have that up? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, sign work is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. The signs are really fun. I really enjoy doing the signs. Lettering is cool because you're taking something that has to be, I mean, there are so many different ways to write an A, but you still have to make it enough of an A so that it transfers the meaning, to be readable. But there are so many different ways of, like, fonts are fascinating to me. And I know that may not be fascinating to everybody, but.
I totally agree.
Those of you at home wondering, the Woolen Mill Comedy Club sign is Alice Sterling original.
Yes. Yeah,
nice.
Both of them actually. Both of them were late afternoon, impromptu.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sign work, so that was fun.
We have to get a good digital capture on that, by the way, because
I'm flattered, Hickory, that you thought I could have done that.
Well, because the only reason I thought it was you is because it was wood. And I was like, Collen can't draw that straight, but I bet he can run a jigsaw that well.
Oh,
that was honestly the thought that went through my head. Is I was like, no, boys worked with tools enough. I bet you with a jigsaw he had this.
Not the stage sign. The stage sign I did make.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the road sign, and the lobby sign.
Okay, which we got to get a good screen.
I've got one on the. If you go on the website and you go to the hand painted sign gallery, I do have a picture of it up there.
Okay, I will find that because I needed a good digital capture. Oh, there we go. So we can use that for flyers and stuff. So it'd be really great to keep that branding because it looks really fucking good.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay, without further ado, it is time to get into the mid show. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Nice. Oh, I almost got it right. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. There. Oh, that's the one. Oh, I even got the name. Golden.
Here we go.
Okay. Nick said, love it, Alice Sterling.
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah. He also said you were a whole house renovation project person, Collen Doyle. Yes. This old whore.
That means a lot, Nick. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
So yeah, let's talk for a minute. Alice, tell us about the show. So you're going to be displaying your art. You were doing it with another artist, correct?
Yes. So Jenna Renfro is a good friend of mine and also a really talented artist. And we, it was so funny. We kind of, our paths crossed after, of course, the pandemic kind of changed a lot of people's plans. But the last 2 years of getting to know Jenna and kind of becoming really good friends with her. And it's been a long time since I can say I really had an artist friend that I could also draw and hang out with at the same time and just feel that click, That's
and
awesome. So it's been really fun to kind of form that friendship and relationship with her and have somebody else I can draw and paint with at the same time. And so we were talking about it early this year about wanting to do kind of like a joint show together. And my other good friend who owns the Village Inn has been very nice and offering to host this for us and kind of bring us in and let us put up our artwork. And so it's a first time kind of a deal. So we're hoping everything goes well and everything is, but I'm sure it'll be a fun time. I'm hoping a lot of laughter and a lot of friends and good gathering and kind of celebration of creativity and kind of like the spontaneous like meeting of people and what kind of ideas come from that, So it'll just be a fun night and we'll see what happens. I know I've been working a lot on painting up some originals to show there. I have probably a few still left that are almost done. And so I'm really excited to show that to everybody. A few of them are ones that I'll be showing that I've posted before on my Instagram, so there'll probably be some familiar pieces up there. And Jenna's got some really interesting pieces as well going up. She's got a fun, almost ironic, satirical vibe going on with her artwork, so that's really fun. Yeah.
So it'll be like some fun contrast.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Fun contrast, and I like a lot of color, and Sheena likes a lot of color, and so it'll be a colorful night all around, which I think is perfect being in June. Pride Month, kind of go with the pops of color and just celebrate all the differences and all the parts of everybody.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nick commented in the name Jenna Renfro before.
Perfect.
But you were speaking, so I didn't want to derail it. She's so talented with it, he says. So
she is. She really is.
I'm excited to see this.
And she's a fun person too, most of the time. So
nice. And
She's
that's
great.
about as good as we get around these parts. We're fun people most of the time.
It's the most Yankee thing you can say about someone.
That's
Hey, he's a really sociable person, when after their private time,
Whoops. Yeah.
Okay, let's move into the first topic of the night. Here we go. How the drunk is this news? The world is so messed up that even the fish are on drugs. What's next? Will we turn the frogs gay? I just had to throw in that Alex Jones reference because I think it's hilarious. Oh, Jenna's in the comments saying, smiley face, looking up at the
I think she's rolling her eyes.
rolling eyes face. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not good with reading emojis out.
Yeah.
Jenna,
What up,
thanks for
Jenna?
coming by the show.
I'm rolling my eyes at you too, Jenna.
We love you.
So
I
we're
think
talking about
Jenna's upset that she's not on the show.
Say again.
I think Jenna's upset she's not on the show.
Oh no, Jenna was invited plenty of times.
Well, tell Jenna right now, and we need you guys at home who are watching this program as well. Get Jenna here.
Yeah, Jenna,
Get
come
Jenna
over.
here.
You
Come
know where
over,
we are.
Jenna. You know where we're broadcasting from.
Yep.
You know the location, and you
Up
can
on
get
it.
here by the end of the show. So,
Come on over.
we need you guys at home. Let's get the encouragement. Let's get those phones ringing. Make those phone calls. Make those donations. Let's get Jenna
Yep.
here.
Hashtag get Jenna across the street.
Yeah.
She's really got no excuse. She lives right across the street.
only rolling
Oh,
her eyes
Nick,
that are
you can
drunk.
carry her
neighbors.
over. Give her a piggyback ride. It's not that
savage.
hard. I've done it.
She's going to get
She said, "Love you, Alice." Michelle Sterling. Collen, come fix my sink. Although she kind of said Collen, which is even funnier because every
Damn
time
it, Jacob, I'm on the show, okay? I will fix your sink when I am done
Did you
broadcasting.
just call her Jacob?
I said, oh, it's Jenna. I thought it was Jacob.
Yeah. No,
I was gonna say,
Jacob
I thought-
posted hashtag get Jenna.
Jacob
Yeah.
goes get Jenna.
I thought it was Jacob giving me Jenna.
No.
I was going to say, that's a Jenna thing to say.
Yeah, well, it was Jenna.
That is a
There we go.
Nick said, "Lol."
Oh my goodness. I'll go get her. I'll go give her a piggyback ride. You guys have stuff to talk about, right? I got time.
Yeah.
You should do it in the break between the after show.
Actually, I'll just carry. Can you carry the laptop behind me and film
Yeah,
it? And I'll
exactly.
just run over
We're gonna
and
go-
grab
we're gonna
Jenna.
go live on the scene.
Live on the
Yeah,
scene.
yeah, we can watch an abduction happen firsthand. This will be breaking.
Yeah. Oh, Wi-Fi would be an issue.
That
Can you
would
get it
be
on
an
your phone?
issue.
Can you get it on your
I
phone?
could try to hotspot it.
Jacob Butler says that reminds me that my faucet is a little loosey goosey.
Oh
Dude, we are gonna start filming this old whore like tomorrow. He's
Oh, my God.
Colin's just be going to our viewers' homes, fixing their
Yeah.
stuff for them.
Yeah.
Well, I
That
tell
is
you
my
what, dude, this sink is fucked. So Jacobs also followed up with, so if you're making the rounds, Nick said, I will drag her there, Alice.
no. Okay. I'm taking that as like a promise.
All right.
Drag
All
her.
All right,
see
Jenna
that.
moves. All right, Jenna moves. We got security on it. She's got the security detail escort. All right, Nick's moving Jenna. All right.
Okay, so back to the topic of the fish on drugs. Let's get into this article. We got this one. This is from Como News. A new study found out that a new study out of Florida has found that our fish are on drugs. Dozens of pharmaceuticals were discovered in
8 of
fish
them were
bloods and tissues.
antidepressants, and a few of them were up to about 300 times the level that a doctor would prescribe you.
The number is so alarming, scientists say our fisheries could disappear forever.
How much more can nature take before it becomes a critical turning point that we're going to lose very valuable ecosystems?
Holy shit. The average number of drugs reported in just one fish? 7. The drugs come from wastewater that makes its way into our oceans. They can change a fish's behavior, which can have large-scale consequences on an ecosystem.
So it could be making a fish more bold. They'll take risks. They could get eaten by predators more frequently. It can affect their reproduction.
Areas that we perceive as pristine and beautiful, and the water's clear and turquoise, and there's fish swimming, they're contaminated.
That right there is very sad, but kind of funny.
I mean, to me, I think, look at that as a feel-good piece. I mean, think about this. These fish are swimming around on the ocean on 7 different drugs. I mean, I would be so lucky. I mean, these fish are so hopped up on antidepressants, they don't give a shit. They're having a great time, enjoying themselves, and they don't have a care in the ocean. And you know what? Maybe that was a happy little mistake. Maybe we vicariously, I mean, who doesn't love being on drugs? And, maybe these fish are very happy swimming around, cranked out of their head,
That's possible. I mean, look at these high little fish. They still look delicious.
Ooh, there's some coral. Cool.
Oh, this is what the fish look like after you process them.
Yeah, what these fish and what they're not saying is they're not getting the fish side of the story. No one's interviewing the fish. The fish are having the time of their lives out there. They're on 9 different fucking pharmaceutical drugs. They're having a blast. It's us that are worrying about them.
Yeah.
They're not worried about us. They're too hopped up on 9 different pharmaceutical drugs.
As a guy who's on 9 different pharmaceutical drugs, I say welcome to the club. It's the 21st century.
Congratulations, fish! You've finally reached personhood.
Yeah,
you've been prescribed enough pharmaceuticals that we'll consider you. Oh God, Jacob's got some awesome comments. He said, "Florida fish arrested for assault and battery. Jury expected to convict." One juror said, "Fry him." And then he said, "Assault and battery."
Oh, no.
Or if you're a low carb, it's assault and buttery.
I'm shaking my head at you, Jacob.
Oh man, I love me some good. Matt said, "We talking about the band?" No, that's what I thought first when I was like, "Oh, they misspelled the name of the band on the headline." But
exactly.
No. They're talking about the fish in the oceans, man.
Tiny.
It's sad times. Matt, good to see you.
That is hilarious. That is so true. The only fish I've ever seen on 9 different drugs was at Madison Square Garden.
Nick said, or the 15 vaccines of COVID. Yeah, the fish are probably pretty COVID safe now.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Absolutely. And they're not thinking about that. Just think about it. At this point, these fish are on 5 different vaccines.
Respiratory disease.
Maybe 6.
They don't even...
Think about how vaccinated these fish are. They've got Moderna, the Pfizer, the Johnson, the booster 1, the booster 2, the booster 3. I mean, these fish, COVID doesn't stand a chance in hell in the Pacific Ocean.
No. Yeah, I would. Alice, it derailed me. You're being too literal. It's a respiratory disease. Fish don't even have lungs. I'm like, yeah.
Jenna!
I have a couple minutes.
We've got a Jenna. She's got a couple minutes. Come
Ladies
sit on
and
my lap.
gentlemen.
Can I drink a beer?
Yes, of course you can.
It's
Yes,
a show. Welcome.
Hello, this is Jenna.
I'm
And Ross.
Oh,
Yeah, we got the whole crew.
Like
Yeah,
an
welcome to the
episode
show.
of Scooby-Doo. What mystery are we solving here, gang?
the mystery of the drugged up fish, and how willing they are to be caught. Jacob Butler said hashtag finding Jenna. Will Sterling said, who invited Jenna?
Oh.
It's kind of a free show around here. It's and for the record, I think we all invited Jenna, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Thank you guys for the invitation.
Hey, anytime.
I'm really excited about the art show. I'm
Nice.
always excited about the comedy show that I never show up to and always leave halfway through drunk.
Sometimes on my back.
Sometimes on Alice's back.
That gets as long as you're not leaving because you're offended, like people do normally do at Hickory shows. But Nick said, "Don't." He was talking about safe spaces for the to shoot up heroin. Yes, and I think the fish deserve them as well, Nick. Speaking of, Nick said, Jenna Refno, where was the invite? I'm sorry.
Oh
man.
no!
I'm sorry. I got security on right now. Actually, yep, she's arrived safely.
Yep.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, we're good.
Good. Speaking of fucked up fish, we'll move right into the next topic. Damn, these polar bears look thirsty. Here we've got an article about polar bears caught feeding on a whale carcass and breathtaking photos. I'm not going to lie, this looks like an art piece. Was like my first thought is like, this photography is absolutely beautiful. But here you go. We got
That's one of the paintings I'm gonna have at the art show.
There you go.
it's a beautiful piece, man.
Oh yeah, look at the mouth. That's crazy.
God damn it, that journalist stole my painting.
Wow.
Like it looks fake.
Mm.
Right? Like it doesn't look real. It's that wild. There's more photos here. We got another couple.
That's crazy.
Here's a far out one. Let me pull that up.
Yep, there it is. It's like its own little island.
Yeah, just out there chilling. And the final one, we got the close up.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
It doesn't even look real though. You know what I mean? Like this is not what I think of when I think of a bear eating a whale. This does not look what I expected it to look like.
They're
It
gonna
almost
have
looks
so much
like an
gas.
art exhibit. It's beautiful though. They do look thirsty.
Well, I agree, Hickory. And to me, I feel like these Coca-Cola fuckers should finally put their money where their mouth is. These polar bears want a Coke.
Yeah,
I've seen
like,
this many times. When they're eating a whale, they want to sit down and drink a nice bottle of Coca-Cola, and then, So to Coca-Cola, I say, don't just show us the commercials. Give these polar bears Coke. Put your money where your mouth is.
I was thinking that's why they went after the whale. They were like, this guy looks like a big fat white capitalist. He's got some Coca-Cola in him.
No. Sorry to disappoint.
Or some of the other Coke.
Sorry to disappoint. There's zero Coca-Cola. And by the way, Santa Claus didn't seem to be anywhere in sight. So you know what? I'm sick of this propaganda bullshit.
Oh, geez. Nick said, I'm on my way.
Oh, no.
Nick said, Collen, Doyle, Alice, Michele, Sterling, Jenna Refno, inbound.
All right. Copy that.
Will Sterling says, I can
these
barely
pictures.
believe these pictures.
Oh, good job, Will.
Love the puns. Chelsea Kane said, Jenna with a yellow heart.
Oh no! Sorry, guys. Sorry, I didn't know other people I know can see this. Oh no! Can everyone see this? Oh,
yeah, it's pretty much out there for
I
the
was
world.
about to say,
No, it's a private video. We did that just to check.
I kind of thought those polar bears look like homeless people when you give them food instead of money. Where they're like, oh no, this like gross. All right, I guess.
Guess I'll eat your sandwich.
Yeah,
Oh,
I really was
no.
hoping for a cigarette or some booze, but food, okay. Like that one even looks like it tastes bad. He's like, I don't even like this.
Yeah, it looks like he needs a smoke.
Yeah,
too.
he's like, I was a vegetarian when I had a choice.
I tried the whale carcass.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe
no.
it was early. It could have been out there a couple more days.
They look so upset about having
my
to
goodness.
eat that giant feast. They like,
Matt said, Matt said I once did cocaine with a polar bear. That is the best way to prevent a polar bear from having the appetite to eat you. That's
but then they
good
never
point.
shut up.
yeah, that's true.
You know,
But they walk around real fast, which looks cute. You know, like they're shuffling and they're like always just fidgeting. They don't know what to do. No, they know what to do. It's more coke. What else do you do? There's nothing else to do. Sean said, "What is up, fellow carnivores? What's for dinner?" Whale, Sean. In case you missed the memo, it's clearly beautiful whale.
Which if you wanted to find a decent recipe for, you of course would have to look at Japanese cookbooks, because they're the only country in the world that advocates for commercial whaling. You know, out of the few things we seem to agree on globally, it's like killing whales is generally frowned upon, except for Japan.
Absolutely.
That's like,
Absolutely.
have you tasted them before?
Oh, there we go.
Oh!
All right, we got talent arrives.
Perfect.
Talent arrives.
Hey, Nick.
You thought I was joking.
I didn't know.
When I copied it, I copied the movement.
Yeah.
I'm still wearing my slippers.
Nick, welcome to the show.
What is up, Kyle? Hickory,
It's good to see you. It's all right.
What's up, buddy?
It's all right. Kayfabe died in '96.
We're gonna need a bigger camera.
This
We
is
just cuddle.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just cuddle.
exactly.
We just cuddle.
See, like true talent form, you just keep it all in frame. You know.
Sorry,
It's a Bridgewater thing.
Yeah. Sorry, Colin.
It's amazing.
This is the most people we've had on a show in a while.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Are you feeling left out, GW?
Kinda. I mean, my dog was in my lap a little while ago, but he's like, "Fuck this shit."
Well, it's because coffee time's over with.
Yeah, true.
Chelsea Kane said, Jenna Refno. Renfro. I'm sorry.
I'm going popular
It's all
tonight.
right. It's all right.
I've been drinking. Don't mind me.
It's okay.
Chelsea
no.
Kane said, I got you, Jenna Renfro.
Oh, man.
I'm
You
trying to say that wrong.
struggle with that. It's all right. It's all right.
Her
Part-
name's
Sorry to
Magic
get Collins.
Trick.
I'm heading up for
Yeah. People are coming.
All right,
yeah, there we
security
go.
details, security moves.
Yeah.
We got Tiny on the road, inbound. All right,
That's right.
I actually
Couple
have
of-
it on a good authority that Nick's going to start stripping.
Oh,
So
Nice.
we don't need Worcester. That's going to take too much time.
more the merrier.
yeah, but you're going to get to see some
I
of
mean, why not?
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, more the merrier.
Come on up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
It's gonna
Tiny. Could you send us a picture of your current chest hair? We would, we'd like to take that into consideration.
Sean said it's beginning to look a lot like an orgy of intelligent mind melting.
That's
Yeah, Sean.
That's accurate.
Wow.
I forgot to
There you
take
go.
acid today.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And Will Sterling said, should we just come over? Why not? You know, it's,
Why not?
come down. We'll
Why not?
Why not? Let's bring them over.
Yeah.
just do the whole show.
Yeah.
next to
Yeah.
Colin's
It's gonna be a
place.
record.
Yeah, the Drunken Under Quarantine show presented live from Colin's living room.
To be fair, the
Great.
Wi-Fi is way cheaper here than it is at the club. So.
Matt said she said Worcester. It's Worcester.
Worcester.
Oh,
Yeah, you
yeah,
can't
Worcester.
pronounce it
Worcester.
wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't
sorry,
need your
guys.
Worcester.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Tiny, I love how Tiny corrects the grammar. He's
Yeah.
like, by the way,
Excuse me.
the word's actually pronounced using one consonant and a vowel.
Wait, does Tiny have a name that's not Tiny?
It's
Was
Matt,
that him?
Matt Englert.
His name's
Yeah.
Matt?
Yeah, his
That's
name was
my
Matt.
vowel.
Tiny, you thought Tiny was his real name?
Well,
He's
no, but I thought he had a regular name, like Edward.
Like Matt?
No, Matt.
Matt's not a regular name?
No, not for that guy. Who
It's
the
a biblical
fuck is
name. How is it
that?
not normal?
No.
Well, I guess that's kind of why he's Tiny.
That's kind of why we call him
Yeah.
Tiny, yeah.
Another
Oh,
fishing
shit.
story.
He even said yes. Technically, Matthew.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
technical.
Matthew better?
Yeah, because
One of
Matthew's
the
in the
people-
Bible, you know?
One of the people involved in this is his cousin. I'm for sure. For sure.
Well, it's a small town, so probably.
Yeah, it's a very small town.
Yeah.
Sean
Uncle?
said, "Who let the widow woman run the yard stream?"
Oh, no.
I don't know what you're talking about, Sean. That's hysterical. Will said,
Sometimes just writing poetry.
hashtag fake
Like
names.
fake names.
It's fake names, everybody.
I'm sorry. Can we
These-
start a new hashtag that is get Jacob and Will on the show?
Yeah, get Jacob and Will.
Yeah,
I
there
want
we
to
go.
go for record. Let's go for record.
Hashtag fake names. It's fake names, everybody. Tiny is not his real name. Just like Hickory is only half my real name.
I was gonna say GW is not my real name, so
Yes, and
Wow.
you'll find
Well,
out that
yeah, I mean, while we're
thank God I went
going
to my real
full
name this time.
transparency here, what is your name, GW?
William Smith.
What? Where'd
Like
the
Will-
G come from?
Yeah, exactly. Or the W.
Your name's Will Smith?
It
he
is.
really liked Goodwill
Please
Hunting
slap
as he
me.
was growing up. And he was like, what if Mick Foley was the star of Goodwill Hunting? And then it just came into his head one night, and he was like, GW
Well,
Foley. It's Goodwill Hunting with Mick Foley. It's the perfect movie.
So
No, I have no idea. That's fake news I came up with.
I can explain the name easily. The G.
Knock, knock.
Woo!
All right.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
I dropped the whale instead.
Well,
All right, here we go. I think this is a record.
oh, and Ross comes
We
up.
got
Yes!
Ross.
Yeah,
Nope.
yeah.
Hi, Ross.
Hot damn.
It
right.
officially broke our record.
We have
Yeah.
broken the record.
Here's the thing. Every time this happens,
ladies,
though, the viewer count goes
ladies and
down.
gentlemen,
Whatever.
ladies and gentlemen,
But all the viewers are
GW
like,
finally
one room
discloses
right now.
why his name is William Smith.
Oh, well, that part's easy. My dad was an unoriginal bastard and named me after himself. But the GW Foley comes from when I was a bouncer in a bar. There was already a bill there, and it got too confusing when they shouted his name because both of us would come running. So they called me George. And the Foley part is both of my brothers' last names are Foley. And I wanted something, since I'm not having kids, that like their kids could look and be like, oh yeah, my uncle GW is a comedian, and share that last name with me. So yeah, that's why.
That was actually very insightful, G-Dubs. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had my moments.
Hashtag, that's like hashtag get GW and Hickory here.
Hickory's
Well, wait. 2 empty screens, 1 full.
By
Yeah.
the time I got there, the show would be over with.
What we really should do is like come over to Hickory's place, because then I could like have the multicam and do all that stuff.
Yeah, way fancier.
Multi-angle.
That is way fancier, but wait till you hear our
yeah, we got
performance of The World Is Ours.
Oh.
What are we doing?
The what?
We
Did you
are
not-
the
did you not
world.
get
We are the world.
That's what it's called.
We are the children. Yeah, we've been working on it. You guys know the words.
We
We are.
Take it away,
I'm just a painter. Straightening all
And
day.
Jenna's having the world's worst orgasm.
This is amazing. Let's move
Yeah.
to another
Yeah.
topic
We're
and see
pretty
what
good.
the panel over at
Pretty
Collen's
good.
house
All
has
right,
to say.
here we go. Here
Move
we
right
go.
to the next one. Dude who married a hologram is having a hard time connecting with his waifu. For those who don't know, waifu.
Oh, nice.
So here we got a story. Fictosexual man married a hologram. Now struggles to bond with her. A sad story as old as time. She's not real, but his feelings are. A fictosexual man who wed a fictional computer synthesized pop singer 4 years ago said he's now unable to communicate with his wife, but is still in love with her. I'm not even going to pronounce his name. We're just going to say Kondo. 38 was dating Hatsune Miku, depicted in pop culture as a 16-year-old with turquoise hair. It's messed up already. For a decade before they had an unofficial wedding ceremony in 2018. Kondo, one of many who identifies as, quote, fictosexual, unquote, or someone who's sexually attracted to fictional characters, spent 2 million yen, or about $17,300, on the nuptials, but his family did not attend. Now married for 4 years, Kondo said that his relationship has hit a roadblock. He can no longer speak with Miku due to a technological hurdle.
I do feel like therapy's cheaper than that.
Yeah, I mean, the poor guy,
yeah.
like,
Look at that.
his waifu won't even hold hands with him. It's
And she's beautiful, though. I mean, look at her.
No, I get it. My first crush was one of the pictures on the Guess Who game. And then like my
Oh, bitch!
there
I
you go.
remember that guy
Yeah,
with the mustache.
yeah. And then my second
I mean, who didn't have a crush on the mustache guy? I mean, we all
It
did.
was
No,
like
and
Fred.
then
I
you
think it was
play
Fred with the
Clue.
red hair.
Oh my god, all the hot guys in Clue.
Yeah.
Your question's like, would
your
I
first
fuck
crush
him?
is- You're like stealing the card out of the desk. And then what about Monopoly? That guy's mustache though, like who knows? Who knows?
I liked him because he had the money. I was like, if the
You know,
Monopoly
yeah,
guy
I
was
like
looking
that.
for
I
a
like
dude,
that.
and
I like
Do you have Bluetooth?
I do.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I got to go to Bluetooth over here, Hickory.
Okay.
Sorry.
We're gonna full crab.
They say while Kondo acknowledges his relationship might be odd, he understands Miku isn't a real person. It doesn't change his feelings for her. Since falling in love with her in 2008, Kondo is finally able to interact with Miku for the first time in 2017 thanks to a gate box, a $1,300 machine that allowed device owners to interact with characters via holograms and even unofficially marry them. But now, his 4-year marriage took a turn when support for gate block software was eliminated, meaning that Kondo could no longer speak with his wife Miku. Apparently, he was short-sighted, not realizing he needed to invest in the development of the software, not just buy it. Kondo insists it hasn't lessened his feelings. My love for Niku hasn't changed, he told, which noted now carried around a life-size version of Miku. I held the wedding ceremony because I thought it could be forever.
Oh,
Yeah,
There it
that
is.
makes me sad.
Patience.
Kondo is far from the only person in the world in a relationship with a character. Thousands of fictosexual people in Japan have become similar unofficial relationships with a variety of fictitious figures, the Mirror says. While some relationships are just for kicks, Kondo's is to him very real. And I mean, look at her. How could you not fall in love with that? Right? G-Dubs, what was your first fictional? Oh, we're that's some feedback.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Get the stutter.
Yeah. It was worth the time.
So my first fictosexual encounter was Gadget from the Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, good choice.
That mouse had some hips. and yeah, it's luckily it was before I learned how to jerk off.
Yeah.
I don't know, with those teeth right on my nutsack. Yeah.
She loved her some nuts though.
She was gentler than that.
Yeah, not full biting, just a little love nib.
I'll admit that mine was Lola Bunny. Early Space Jam, not like when they
Yep.
flattened her up
yeah,
and made her look
Lola
like a
Bunny.
softball
So
player.
how could you
Jessica
love
Rabbit.
Lola Bunny and miss out on Jessica Rabbit?
Oh, she was
'cause
too.
she-
But Lola
she was-
Bunny had that had hoops though. She had
She was
She
because
was
Jessica
sportsy.
was like a little before. Like if she was a little bit later, it would have been on. But it was like I was a little too young at that point, and the first Space Jam came like right at the right time.
Take on that
Age
one.
is just a number.
Yeah, Lola was on.
Yeah, and Bunny
Yep.
is just pieces.
And then they ruined
Jessica
it.
Rabbit wasn't a bunny. You just made me feel even older.
I'm sorry. I'm so
Really?
sorry.
Because I'm pretty sure I topped the cake.
Yeah, Jessica Rabbit was my favorite.
Which I still carry my love for her to this day because I still pull rabbits out on stage whenever I perform.
Out of your ass?
I'm just a little confused
not
what
a
this
rat.
guy's social life looked like before this. Was he taking this robot out to dinner? Were they seeing films together? Were they enjoying real quality time out there just amongst other
the question
people?
of
or
consent does
was-
come to mind.
I mean, really, yeah, really. That's an
There's no
excellent point.
question.
Yeah.
It's just
Yes.
Fiscally responsible.
Yes, can a computer consent? Now we
It's
got a big
teleported.
question on our hands.
Maybe she just had enough of his stupid shit and just turned her computer brain off. Did he ever think of that?
There was a good question here.
Should have had hindsight.
Sean said, "Does this prove that women are absolutely unable to?" I don't follow your logic there, but the second part, you think selective hearing is a glitch in a robot? Like, did they program her for selective hearing?
AI.
Yeah. He's like, I want this to be a true woman experience. So when I talk to this robot, I want her to just turn her away and walk into the kitchen. That would be
like whenever
response would be really good.
Whenever he says some stupid shit, the robot just doesn't respond.
No, it's great.
All of us women are striving to be robots with zero response, but most of us are not just capable of that type of stick-to-itiveness, you know? We're just lacking.
And this is when I learned women are the exact same as men.
Well, congratulations for making it there.
Yes. Sean said I always knew I wanted GW to slap me like a man. Now I know why. Matt said hashtag ghosted by a ghost. Oh, savage. That poor condo. And Sean also said I failed miserably at a sock monkey pornographic site.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll like.
I can make sock monkeys.
My socks make
We
their
should
own
make sock
monkeys.
monkeys.
Yeah.
We should do sock monkeys.
Yeah. Sock puppet porn sounds awesome.
Oh,
my
of
children are
course.
in my socks.
Absolutely.
I'm in. I think we'll get to the next two topics on the after show if you guys want to hang out.
I'm like, I see some socks right there. That's what...
G-Dubs, anything you want to say before we scoot to the after show?
I'm gonna sneeze. No, I got nothing.
Okay. Anybody? You guys? The show is on Saturday the 14th.
Tuesday the 14th.
Oh no,
The show.
That's the thing I have to do.
What? Yeah, it's the thing you have to do.
Yeah.
The thing you have to do is clean out the yard.
Yeah, that's the thing we're doing.
No.
Disaster.
Not
Tuesday,
that day.
Tuesday, June 14th.
Different day.
Demolition of Woodstock.
Yeah.
And Alice, Michelle, and Jenna Renfro.
Yes.
At 6 p.m. at the Village Inn.
Yeah, come show up.
6 p.m. should be fun.
I know. I
Go check it out.
Totally. And check out that show, June 14th. Check out the Woolen Mill this weekend where we got some great talent. Hickory's hosting. And should be a great time. And see everyone next week.
Nice. That is all for the main show. See you guys over on the Rumble after show. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It's been a record on the show, and it's been absolutely fun.
Yeah.
There is a false
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming.
Sorry.
And then we'll be over on the after show. We'll see you guys then. Till then, stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming. Most importantly, in these trying times. Hang out with your friends in person. It's good for you.
Are you saying you want to show me your tits? This is a weird show.